Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. Thought I would do a quick haul video today. Um, didn't buy as much comic stuff the past month as I do sometimes, but I've got a few other geeky type things. So hope you're interested. If you're not, just feel free to skip to what parts you are. We'll start with movies. I'll do a couple books, and then in with some collected editions and one CGC. So also this past month, I sent some books to CGC. If you've noticed my last couple hauls, I've bought a few off of eBay and decided it was time to send some of my own books. So I'm looking forward to those coming back. And when they do, we'll do an unboxing and reveal those grades to you. So, but we'll get started. Just skip, if you're not interested in seeing my movie haul, you can skip and see some books or skip again and see comic stuff. So first up is Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. The latest DC animated movie to come out, and this was excellent. Like one of the best, I think. I have been a big fan of the DC animated movies, and this is a must own right here. This one, the only thing I take away from it is I wouldn't have called it Justice League Dark. I probably would have just called it Apocalypse War or something. Constantine is the main character, but it's really not a Justice League Dark type situation. This movie really ties together, goes all the way back to the Flashpoint movie, the Justice League, I think it's Justice League War, Suicide Squad, Justice League Dark, Superman movies, and it just is great. Highly recommend. It also has a short, the Adam Strange short was very good too. So highly recommend Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Also, this just came in the mail today, Superman Unbound on Blu-ray. I have bought most every one of the DC animated movies. Most are on Blu-ray. I've got a couple on DVD. And then there's two or three I missed. This one I missed for some reason. I'm a huge Superman fan. I don't know why I skipped it, but I did. So here it is. I'm glad it's in my collection. I'm going to have to watch it soon. So I picked up Birds of Prey. This is the Target exclusive cover. I was a little disappointed we didn't get a digibook from Target to go with the other DC movies. So I enjoyed this one. It wasn't as strong to me the second time. But anyway, glad to have it in the collection, and looks like we'll get another one of those. So also, my wife and I were watching, going through, I'm forgetting the director's name, Emmerich movies like Independence Day and 2012, Stargate, and I picked up this Stargate SG-1 Children of the Gods Final Cut. This came out a few years ago. They redid the pilot for SG-1. I don't remember what all they made some changes and took out some stuff that was a little graphic, and I think updated maybe some CG. And we were talking about rewatching SG-1, and so we wanted to start with this version of the pilot. So haven't watched it yet. I had to buy it off of eBay, so couldn't find it anywhere. And I couldn't find a Blu-ray of it, so it's very rare for me to buy a DVD, but if there is no Blu-ray, that's what I'll go with. We also watched the 2012 Godzilla movie with Bryan Cranston, and so I went and picked up the sort of sequel, Godzilla King of Monsters. I saw this in theater, was it last summer? And I did not care for it that much. And yeah, it was a little better watching it again, but I still didn't care for it. Just kind of forcing this shared Godzilla universe. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't seen, I think they are tying in that Kong Skull Island. I haven't seen that. And then, of course, I think next year we're getting Godzilla versus Kong. So we'll see how it goes. I found that at Walmart, and then also in their $5 bin was this Godzilla movie on Blu-ray. And so I just picked it up. I haven't watched it yet, so can't say much about it. Funnily enough, I went looking for this one because we wanted to watch the sequel. The same day, we signed up for HBO Max. And guess what's on HBO Max? Godzilla King of Monsters. And a lot of Godzilla movies. HBO Max seems pretty good so far. By the way, if you're on the fence about it, it seems to have a good selection of movies, DC stuff. I recommend it, and so far, it seems to be like the first thing to me that's possibly a Netflix killer. Like, it's not gonna, the Netflix originals are great, and I think I'm gonna keep Netflix for that. But there's just not as much variety in their movies, I think, anymore, because you have all these other services. But anyway, HBO Max seems pretty good. I picked up a couple regular books, prose books. This first one is called Mortal Sight by Sandra Rhodes. Actually related to her, so that's kind of why it's been on my radar. And picked it up to support her, and you can look up, let me see if I can show the inside so you can read what it's about. Yeah. Let me see. If you just want to pause that, you can kind of get an idea of what the story's about. Kind of a young adult fantasy type novel. So far, I've started it. It's pretty good so far. Definitely be working on it this week. So I also picked up this, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins, a Hunger Games novel. I was a big fan of the Hunger Games, both the books and the movies, even though the last one didn't need to be split into two movies, but that's another story. I read this in a couple days. This was very, very good. I think she has improved as a writer. While I don't think the story is as good as the Hunger Games, it gives some excellent background into who is really the bad guy of the original trilogy. So there's the write-up if you haven't heard about this. Highly recommend if you're a fan of those games, if you're a fan of dystopian type stuff. Of course, the Hunger Games is a great series to read. All right, I picked up another volume of, now we're into comics, Star Wars Dr. Aphra, Volume 3, Remastered. I have not read it yet. We'll probably read it soon. There's the back if you're following along. Of course, Volumes 1 and 2 are excellent. Just great reads. So excited to do that. All right, I did buy 2 Omnis this month, and I have been wanting these for a while. Of course, Daredevil's one of my favorite characters, and of course, this run just gets so much praise. Daredevil by Bendis, Volume 1. Of course, came back into print. There's Volume 1 and Volume 2. Haven't read them yet. After I finish Mortal Sight, I'm probably going to read these. That reading pile always grows. It never diminishes. So, of course, now I'm missing. You can see it right there. I've got my Frank Miller Daredevil End of Days, and then Daredevil Brubaker Volume 2. I found for cheap at 2nd and Charles. And Volume 1, I just wasn't super, and it was kind of one of those things I picked up because it was so cheap. And I know the story takes place after the Bendis run. So, yeah, now Volume 1 is gone out of print. And I thought I had a copy, and I ordered it from the store, and it got canceled. So I don't know. I'll be hunting that for a while, I guess, or it'll come back in print one day. So, one more thing. I couldn't remember if I showed this before. I don't think I did. So if I already did show it, I apologize. I didn't really want to go back and watch videos, but I got Booster Gold #1. Sorry, you can't quite see it. A CGC book off of eBay. It is a 9.6. I can't get it in the frame. Back up somewhere. Anyway, 9.6, white pages. Booster Gold's one of my favorite characters. I have a raw copy I bought that I was going to send in. Looked great on eBay. Bought it over a year ago. And when I got it, of course, it's all yellowed. And I just knew it wasn't going to be a good grade. So, been hunting for a high 9 copy and got a good deal on this one. So, very pleased to have it. So it's one of my favorite characters, and got to have your favorite characters, keys of them. So anyway, that's all I got, and I appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully we'll do another couple videos this month. You know, I had someone request a collection tour, and I got the CGC books coming, so we'll see. I just haven't been as motivated lately to do some videos, so thank you if you're stuck around and watched all this. I appreciate it. Do give me a like and subscribe if you just stumbled upon this. And until next time, guys.